without you. Maybe it's the only way to cut through. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. Though it hurts, I only wish you blessings. When intuition talks, you gotta listen. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. 'Cause you build me up to break me down. Never respect the love you found. And I had a voice inside the back of my mind. I always knew it deep down. You don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh, no looking back this time. 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 Running from the truth was getting reckless. In your arms I never felt protected. Oh. 'Cause you don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh. No looking back this time. 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 No looking back this time.
Afternoon. I hope everyone's well. I wanted to do a quick show, just for probably about half an hour. I just wanted to cover some of the stuff that's come out over the last couple of hours. I hope you're all well this afternoon. I understand people are busy. I understand there's probably a couple of other shows that are on now as well, but I just wanted to get this one out of the way. I'm breaking into my lunch break as well for this. So if you haven't hit the like, subscribe, please do. I wanted to just go through a couple of things about the Ekitike transfer. There's loads of conflicting news around numbers and wages and all kinds of other nonsense. and also the Isaac drop that happened as well from his agent, which was strategically leaked by Isaac's camp, which I find quite interesting. Also, there's also a couple of things that weren't mentioned in the Eddie Howe interview, which the media seem to have just completely forgotten about. Some of the wording that he said in that interview, and also we need to look at the David Ornstein update on that happened this morning, where he specifically dropped Isaac money and Liverpool in that as well. So we can cover a couple of things, and also I want to just show you some cool stuff that I found on online as well about Isaac, Ekatike, and a couple of other things as well. The game yesterday as well is interesting. Okay, let's get into it. There's 40 of you in here. I know everyone's busy right now. I understand that. I'm not expecting like 200 people to drop in right now because there's probably about 5 or 6 of the shows that are going. But if you can hit the like and subscribe, that would be amazing. Anyone that turned up last night as well, appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the conspiracy and rabbit hole show. I just want to play you something really quickly that I think we will get into next Sunday on the next rabbit hole show, and this is a little sneak peek for people who aren't members. Okay, I'm about to watch this video later, and I will do a little bit more of a deep dive into it, and I think we might cover this next week for the members. But I'm just going to give you a quick sneak peek. Okay. Do I do this? Hang on, I might get whacked if I do. I'll tell you what I'll do. I will take a screenshot and I will show you it, because I'm worried the audio might get me done. Okay, so let me just take a quick screenshot, and I will let me take a quick screenshot and I will I'll show you this. Okay, so let me just share the image in the corner, and then I'll do a little sneak peek of probably what I'll cover next week. Okay, so let me put my head side by side here. Okay, so this one is how do I explain it? Right, okay, so if you've ever heard of 4chan, so 4chan is like a online chat board which also had loads of information around conspiracy theories, deep state, all of that stuff. Yeah. And somebody posted this that talks about what happened during New Year's Day in 2024 when there was hundreds and hundreds of police cars called to a shopping mall in Miami, and it looked like there were aliens in the shopping mall. Okay. And this is an eyewitness report that does a complete deep dive into everything that happened. And this was on 4chan. And this comes from someone inside the government. Okay. So I'm going to do a deep dive into that. And if you actually remember it, there was video footage and there was all kinds of stuff that came out. And I will also do a deep dive into the drones that were flying around New York at the start of the year, by the way. Okay. And we'll also do a deep dive into that. Okay, but for now, that's a little sneak peek of what we're going to cover, and it's 4chan truth about the Miami Mall aliens. Okay, so we can cover that. We can cover that on the next members only show on Sunday. Okay, so look forward to that. Probably just thin tourists. Does he work for the Men in Black? He might do. The Book of Revelation about to unfold. Ooh, that's deep. One more thing as well. Have you? I mean, I'm probably going to look into this as well. So apparently, my wife showed me this. My wife shows me some brilliant stuff. There was a sea in Spain which has dried up, and they've discovered an ancient civilization underneath the sea, like a city underneath the sea, which has been completely covered by water for like 2,000, 3,000 years. And now they're doing excavations into that. That's another new one. So we'll see where that goes. Okay, so there's nearly 100 of you in here. Brilliant. So hit the like and subscribe. That would be amazing. Let's get into this one. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to do a couple of screen shares on this one. I want to cover this. So there's loads of information around, and this is all coming from Germany, by the way. The talk about 90 million euros as the guaranteed. It's false. It is false. Okay, it's false. 90 million euros is 78 million quid. He hasn't cost us 78 million quid. Okay. He hasn't cost us 78 million quid up front. He's cost us 69 million quid with a guaranteed 10 million add-ons. Okay. The stuff from Germany isn't true. Okay. It's not true. The stuff from Germany isn't true. Okay. The drops from, where is it? Let me just share my screen. 2 seconds. Let me just replace this. So the drops from Ornstein. The drops from Flattenberg are incorrect because Ben Jacobs has put it right. Ben Jacobs asserted Frankfurt will get 69 million guaranteed and 10 million in add-ons, paid with both team and player success. Okay, and that's the deal. So that is the deal. Okay, that is the deal. 69 million quid with 10 million add-ons. So he's basically 80 million quid, there or thereabouts. But we're paying 70. Just say 70 million. It's easier just to say 70 million. Okay, so everyone's doing 90 million, 90 million, 90 million because it sounds good. But it's actually not. It's actually 69 million right now and then 10 million later. Okay. You're absolutely right. His numbers are all over the shop, aren't they? His numbers are all over the shop, all window. They have been all over the place. Germany's been a little bit iffy for numbers because I still think it's a case of the stuff's being leaked from Germany and they're trying to make it look like he's higher. They're making more money. Yeah. So it's 69 million base and then 10 million add-ons. And like I dropped yesterday when I mentioned it, actually you win on, it's just for the members only yesterday. The medical's booked for Tuesday. The medical is booked for Tuesday. So he is due to have a medical on Tuesday. Where is that information? I haven't got it here. Hang on. I've got it on my screen share. Where's the medical? Here. So medical is booked for Tuesday. Is that sharing? Ooh. Yeah. Why aren't I sharing? I don't know why I'm not sharing. Okay, I'm back. Right, okay, so I made myself disappear. I don't know how I did that, sorry. Okay, so I'm just going to share this. Where is it? Okay, cool. Right, okay, so David Lynch has said that he's expected to arrive in the UK on Tuesday to complete medical and sign a 6-year contract. Plan is for him to fly out to Asia in the week to join Liverpool's pre-season. Obviously, we do 2 medicals. We do two parts of the medical. The chances of him playing against AC Milan on Saturday are pretty slim. All right, the chances of him playing on Saturday against AC Milan are pretty slim. I just want to let you know that. Okay, so don't expect to see him play on Saturday because it may be too soon. And remember, he's going to do he'll do his 2-part medical on Tuesday. That's probably going to take it through till Wednesday. And then he's probably going to have all the press photos and that on Thursday. And then it might be a case of he flies on Friday. So he might get there Saturday. So he might not even be he might not even be at the ground on Saturday. He might be in the stands, but I doubt it he'll play. I doubt it he'll have any kind of input at all. He'll probably start training after the AC game. So it makes sense. But they'll have him for the other games, which is good. I also want to drop a little bit more info around Bayern Munich. So this is from Ben Jacobs. Ben Jacobs has been pretty good this season, to be fair. Let me just get rid of that. Liverpool set to add another attacker if Luis Diaz is sold, with Bayern Munich expected to make another bid. Liverpool still want to add a centre-back. Okay, just remember that. Liverpool still want to add another attacker and a centre-back, even though we'd have signed Ekitike. Just remember that one, because this popped up last night. Well, I stopped doing that. I don't want to sign in. Fabrizio Romano, Rodrigo, still early stages. Rodrigo has to speak to Real Madrid again in the next days, decide whether he wants to go or stay, and get a final price. A final price likely to be over 86 million quid. At the start of talks. It's not an advanced deal now. Okay, just remember that. Just remember that Rodrigo still has to move. Okay, he's not under any obligation by Real Madrid to leave, he will probably have to ask to move. Okay? And the money is 86 million quid. It's a lot of money. Okay? And that's where the Luis Diaz and the Rodrigo price has to be quite similar. We need to get around 70, 75 million for Diaz, because Rodrigo is probably going to cost us around 75, 80 million. Maybe we pay 75 million and then add-ons. I don't know. But this is the interesting thing. And you also have to bear in mind that have I got that saved? Let me just see if I've got that saved. 2 seconds. Let me just remove that. Let me just see if I've got this saved. Stop sharing. I have. And this was from Dario. Liverpool want revenge on Real Madrid after losing battles for Bellingham, Tchouaméni, Mbappe and Trent. They now aim to sign Rodrigo to make him their star. And this is the question. Yeah? I'd like to ask you lot, actually. Do you see Rodrigo, if he comes to Liverpool, do you see Rodrigo being the star player? I'll ask you in the chat. Do you see him being the star player at Liverpool? Or do you see him just being a first team player? Just a really good first team player? Because that's the question we need to ask ourselves now under this, Slot, Edwards, Hughes directive of signing these players and building this Liverpool squad. Do we have star players? Is there one player that's just better than everybody else by a million miles, and he is the pinnacle? Or is it just one of the stars, as Jen's put? One of the stars. Because you don't spend 100 million on Florian Wirtz if he's not a star. You don't spend, 80 million, 70 million, 80 million on an Ekitike if he's not a star. Or would he just be one of the stars? Because that's the question you have to ask yourself about Rodrigo. Is he the type of player that would come to Liverpool and have the ego and expect to be the main man and everything revolves around him? That's the question. That's genuinely the question, because Liverpool don't have teams like that. We don't have teams like that where there are egos and people are better than the rest, and they want to be the highlight. They want to be the star of the show. We've just got rid of one of them in Trent, and we know that now. We just got rid of one in Trent. And Real Madrid are full of them. Real Madrid are full of egos. Mbappe's, Bellingham's, Vinicius Junior's, not Rodrigo, because I don't think he's like that right now. And then you've got the likes of Rudiger. And you've also got Trent. Like, huge egos right across the board. Endrick looks like a dick. Like, he's got an ego on him. And that's the question. Does Rodrigo fit that mould? Because he's been at Real Madrid for 4+ years. Does Rodrigo fit the mould of the rest of the egos at Real Madrid? Because we can't be taking a player that has that attitude for the money that we'd have to pay to Liverpool. Tchouaméni's got an ego as well. Let's make no bones about it. He's got an ego. He's had fallen outs with the French team, Tchouaméni. So you think he doesn't fit the Real Madrid He doesn't fit at Real Madrid. He's more humble. So, and that's the main point I'm trying to get to now. Why would Xabi Alonso want to sell him? Xabi Alonso doesn't want dickheads at Real Madrid. He wants guys that are grafters. He wants your Wirtzes and your Frimpongs. And he wants the Rodrigos. He wants the guys that do the hard yards, that track back, that put their foot in, that block off passing lanes. Press the goalkeeper. He wants those guys. He doesn't want your Mbappes and Vinicius just stood up top like goal hangers. And that's the question. We're going to spend 86 million plus, which is what they want, and everybody rates this guy as a superstar. And he could be the next thing since sliced bread. He could be an exceptional winger at Liverpool, an exceptional forward at Liverpool. I've no doubt in his ability. I've got no doubt in his ability. He is a very, very talented player, and he works really hard. I wonder why Xabi Alonso wants to get rid of him. That's what I wonder. Why does Xabi Alonso want to get rid of him? That's the question. And does he fit Liverpool? Does he fit the mould? And I don't know. Because there's another guy we're linked with who also plays in the same position in Anthony Gordon. And that's the question I want to ask. Does Anthony Gordon fit the mould at Liverpool? He's also an ex-player from our academy. And I know a lot of people have sat there and gone, oh, Gordon this, Gordon that. Oh, I'm going to give you Gordon's numbers against Rodrigo's and also Diaz's. Because they're not a million miles away. All of them are not a million miles away from each other. The only difference is Diaz is now asked to leave and Diaz is age 28. But Gordon and Rodrigo are both 24. So let's have a look at their numbers, okay? Let's have a look at their numbers. Where are we? Let's look at their numbers. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Right. Well, that's not very big, is it? Okay, is that bigger? Not really. But we can see it, can't we? We can see it. Okay, so this is a breakdown of Rodrigo, Diaz and Gordon's numbers. Okay. So 2022-23, Rodrigo got 19 goals, Diaz got 5 goals, Gordon got 4 goals. Rodrigo got 11 assists, Diaz got 3 assists, Gordon got none. Okay. Gordon played 1,600 minutes, Diaz played 1,300 minutes, and Rodrigo played 3,800 minutes. That was a gargantuan season for Rodrigo. It was an absolutely brilliant season for him, and he was 21. So you're 20, maybe 22. He might have been 21, 22 that season. Okay. Following season, Rodrigo kicked on again, 17 goals, 9 assists in 3,700 minutes. Played similar, no injuries. Rodrigo doesn't get injured, by the way. That's another absolute plus point in his court. Diaz got 13 goals and 7 assists, 3,600 minutes. And Gordon got 12 goals and 16 assists. We can't forget that Gordon is a good player. We can't forget that. And he played 3,800 minutes. Okay. Gordon also has a better GA count per minutes than both of them that season. Okay, this was 2023, 2024. All right. Last season, Rodrigo got 14 goals and 11 assists. Another great season, but for some reason has been completely disrespected. No idea why. Played less minutes, 3,400 minutes, and has a GA count of 138 minutes per goal or assists. Really good numbers. Diaz also had a really good season with 17 goals and 8 assists. With less minutes than Rodrigo, with 3,300, and a better GA count and 133 minutes per goal assist. Gordon only played 2,900 minutes and got 9 goals and 7 assists. Okay. Now the question is, attitude-wise, are they all similar attitudes? That's the question I ask you. Are they all similar in attitudes? Do they all work really hard and they work in a team? Okay? That's the question. And they're going to cost similar price. Gordon's very expensive. Gordon's going to cost probably same price. Probably 70 million, 75 million. He's not going to be cheap. Nobody's linked with Gordon, by the way. Nobody has been linked with Gordon for a very long time. The only team that have ever been linked with Gordon recently is Liverpool. And we almost signed him. We had a medical booked. So Barry Hunter's pushing for Fofana. Edwards loves Rodrigo. And Hughes rates Gordon. From my source, not me. And I totally believe that. I totally believe that there's probably a split between all three, because I know you don't want to hear it. I know you don't want to hear it. But I really do feel that it could be Gordon. I just feel it could be Gordon. Because we've already been right down the road, like literally right to the end of the road, where we had a medical booked in Leipzig. And we were going to sign Gordon for, I think it was 60 million or 70 million. And they were going to buy Gomez off us for 40 million. So it was going to work out 35 million. I get that. I get that Edwards makes the final decision. But it does feel like it does genuinely feel like Gordon's gone really quiet, signed a new contract. He might have signed a new contract to get for Newcastle to get a bit more money. But if he's being offered to Arsenal to sort out their PSR issues, then Gordon will not want to stay. He will not want to stay at Newcastle because he'll feel betrayed. And look, we can all sit here and say, look, Rodrigo's better than Gordon. You know, we can all say that because we just looked at the information and, you know, Rodrigo's a winner. Rodrigo's done this. Rodrigo's done that. But Rodrigo's coming from Real Madrid, and there's a hell of a lot of egos at Real Madrid, and we genuinely don't know exactly what type of character he is. If he comes to Liverpool, is he going to work as hard as an Anthony Gordon, who will want to work so hard because he's a die-hard Liverpool fan? And I don't care what you say, that gives you an extra 10% in some games. It just does. You look at Harvey Elliott. Harvey Elliott doesn't want to leave Liverpool, and he might not get any game time at Liverpool, but he's still torn whether he stays or goes. Like, that's just the way it is. Like, being a fan of a club is hard to move away. Like, It's probably why Mo Salah didn't go. Like, it's probably why he waited right till the very last minute on his contract, because he didn't want to move, because he loves Liverpool. Same with Virgil van Dijk. Got that pull. And Gordon, say what you want about him. He's 24. He's got years ahead of him. And he's still a good player. He's an England international, and he could score you 10 goals and 10 assists every season. I've got no doubt. That Gordon will get you 10 goals and 10 assists. No doubt. Better team where you're not just relying on one man. And Newcastle play to one man. They play to Isaac every game. He's a game changer. The whole team is directed around getting the ball to Isaac in that pyramid. It's not like that at Liverpool. It's interchangeable, it's flexible, there's rotation, there's variables, there's overlapping runners, there's underlapping runners. You know, if the shit hits the fan, you can just give it to Mo Salah. Like, Rodrigo's the better player. Okay. I'm fine with it. Like, I'm fine with Rodrigo, trust me. But we can't be egos. We can't be signing egos. And if he comes to the team and expects to be the star man and everything revolves around him, then we're all going to be sat there going, oh, we made a big mistake here. He lost his place to Harvey Barnes because we broke his heart. He had his heart broken. Scottish. He had problems. Emotionally, he had problems because he had his heart set on coming to Liverpool. He had a medical booked. Like, to have that taken away must have been really tough on him. And he still had a good go. But yeah. Anyway, that's all I'm saying. He's not. Yildiz is not better, mate. I'm sorry. Like, Yildiz has done nothing. Like, he's literally done nothing in his career. He's still a child. He's like 19 years old. He's done absolutely zero. Like, we really need to stop talking about players that have achieved nothing in their careers and nothing at their current clubs and just think they're going to go in and start playing for Liverpool. Like, they're just not. Like, Liverpool aren't signing bums anymore. Like, we are signing the best of the best and the top talent. And in a Newcastle team, I'd say Gordon is probably fifth best player in their team. So we are signing one of their top talents if we got him. He wasn't that bothered. He signed a new contract. Well, we kind of cancelled the medical, like, so, and they threw a contract in front of him with a pay rise. You think he wouldn't have signed it? Well, he probably felt a bit hurt that Liverpool pulled out the deal, or Newcastle cancelled the deal and then said to him, look, this is how much you mean to us. Here's a new deal. And then stop playing him. Like, I don't know. But everybody wants Rodrigo. That's fine. I just wanted to ask you. That's all. I wanted to ask you because we are heavily linked with those two players. We just are. All right. Sorry, there's three. There's three players. Malik Fofana, I think he's too young. I think he's too raw. I think it'd have to be Rodrigo. If you're going to go and get a guy to replace Diaz, who was a first team player, then you have to go and get him. I didn't say he's not good. I just said he's not a starter for Liverpool. Like, and we're not paying 70 million for a guy that isn't going to start. Like, and a guy that hasn't done anything. Like, he hasn't done anything. Tell me what he's won. Tell me all the trophies he's won. Tell me how well he's done in the league. Tell me that he scored 30 goals, 40 goals. No, he hasn't. He's had one season where he wasn't even the highest scorer or the highest assister. Anyway, So, okay, so a lot of people are saying Gordon, no, thank you. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just asking the question, and I just showed you the numbers. That's all. Right. So let's have a look at. Should we have a look at Ekatike? Should we have a look at some stuff on Ekatike? Okay. So let me do some bits on Ekatike. So this was James Pearce. Okay. 6-year contract. It's a £79 million deal. 69 million is guaranteed. Some reports had suggested higher, then potential a further 10 million in add-ons. Okay, so it's 69 million guaranteed, 79 million with the add-ons. That's from James Pearce. Okay, and he's the one that poo-poos everything. So if he's saying it, then it's going to be right. All right. Okay, let's go into some more screen share. What else have we got? David Ornstein. This one's interesting because it's the same. David Ornstein, the same. Okay, exactly the same. 69 million fixed. Done. Okay, replace. Shall we have a look at Squawker? Some stuff on Ekatike. Loads of interesting stuff on Ekatike, by the way. To get you into this. Okay, so only 5 players had 200 plus touches in the opposition box and had 100 plus shots and completed 50 take-ons in Europe's top 5 leagues last season. Mohamed Salah, Semenyo, Yamal, Mbappe, and Hugo Ekatike, and Liverpool have 2 of them. Okay, just showing you the numbers. I'm just showing you what the nerds looked at. And remember, we were linked with Semenyo, by the way. Just Semenyo is a bit expensive, if I'm completely honest. Like they wanted a huge amount of money for him. And then we can also have a look at how they lined up. Like 33 games, Ekatike, 34 games, Isaac. Shots on target, 48 for Ekatike, 46 for Isaac. Assists, 8 for Ekatike, 6 for Isaac. Big chances created, 12. Big chances created, 11. Dribbles completed, 52. Dribbles completed, 42. The numbers are there. The numbers are there for Ekatike. And the nerds know that. They know that the numbers are there. I've got to show you this as well. That's Ekatike. Some mad stuff, okay? Thought I'd show you that. That's in training. Ekatike doing a madness. So recruitment analysis on Ekatike. Okay, so this is some recruitment analysis, right? So where is it? Actually, this isn't the screen I wanted to show you. Sorry, 2 seconds. Let me come out of there. This isn't the screen I wanted to show you. Where is it? Where is it? So I'm just heading away from Ekatike for a sec. Where are we? So I'm heading away from EKTK for a sec. So let's have a look at some other news while we're there. So James McConnell, close to signing a new long-term deal, and he's likely to head out on loan. Okay, so James McConnell, he's not on the Asia tour, in case you noticed. He could go to Ipswich, West Brom, Derby, plus a couple of German clubs. Okay, just to let you know. So James McConnell is signing a new deal, and then he's heading out on loan. Okay, so I genuinely believe that we will keep Endo. I think Endo will stay at Liverpool now. I think Tyler Morton will go. He's not even on the tour. Neither's Elliott. I think those two will go, and I believe that McConnell will potentially be seen as a midfielder next year potentially. I also want to show you this, which is funny. This was Linda Pizzuti yesterday. John W. Henry smoking cigars in front of the fireplace. Yeah, just wanted to post that up because it's funny. Also some other bits I wanted to post up, but I've just got to close a couple of screens. That. This one, because in case you didn't know, we had a behind closed door game against Stoke. Stoke are like way ahead of us in pre-season. By the way, way ahead of us in pre-season. Stoke are, and we absolutely battered them 5-0. And Vert's got 2 assists, but no one's talking about that. No one's talking about the fact that Vert's got 2 assists in his first game. Well, he got a pre-assist where he passed it through and the player deflected it, and then Nunes scored. But he was instrumental in the game for 45 minutes. And I just wanted to show you this stat. So last season, there's only one player that's ahead of Verts in crosses per 90 and key passes per 90, and that's Doe. That's how far ahead he is of everybody else. Like miles ahead of Cole Palmer, miles ahead of Musiala. That's the player we've got. That's the player we have got. That's just what he's about. I also wanted to show you this because I thought this was really interesting. Alisson signed for us 7 years ago. 7 years ago, and there's already loads and loads of numbers that have changed in those statistics, which is crazy. And I'll give you an update just in case you don't know. So league titles is now 20, European Cups is now 6, FA Cups is now 8, and League Cups is now 10. The UEFA Cup, obviously that's pointless, but yeah, there you go. I thought I'd just put that up there. Yeah, big up Liverpool goals. Yeah, that'd be really good if you could get the likes up to 100. I always like to have 100 on every show. So yeah, if you get the likes up, that'd be amazing. I'm going to have a look at the Ownbeck stuff now. 2 secs. That's literally just dropped. Hutchison does look like a good player, but he's got no end product. But he does look like a good player. But I think he probably will get snapped up, if I'm honest. I do think he'll probably get snapped up. I also wanted to show you this as well. when we sign players in twos, it normally works out well. And we've got the proof in the pudding with Virgil van Dijk, Mane, Alisson, Salah, and now Frimpong and Wirtz. Just saying. It works out. Normally works out well. What else have I got for you? So I'll do a couple of screen shares, image shares. 2 seconds. What have I got for you here? So, a couple of things. This was obviously from Isaac's agent. Basically said, we may be close to finalising the next step for the player, whether that's a new contract or whether that's a move. We do not know. But it is interesting that we are still interested in this player. Then you've also got Fabrizio Romano dropping some news on Federico Chiesa. Left out of the squad, he's expected to leave. Luis Diaz not part of the squad for the friendly game, but regularly included in the squad for the pre-season tour. So unless Bayern Munich come in with a new bid, which apparently they bid yesterday morning, a new bid came in. So we'll find out what happens there. Also, some other stuff. Let me cancel that. Some other stuff is he's finally gone. Okay, so we don't need to talk about Osimhen anymore. And I was wrong. I'll hold my hands up. I was wrong. I said we'd sign Osimhen. We haven't. Okay, here we go, La. He's going to Galatasaray. Okay, so I was wrong, and he's not signing for Liverpool. All right, but we got Ekitike, so I'm happy. I'm happy to be wrong sometimes. So he's going to Galatasaray. By all accounts, the Liverpool squad are absolutely blown away by the qualities of Florian Wirtz in training. This guy's going to be unbelievable for Liverpool. He's going to be. Ben Jacobs. It remains to be seen whether Liverpool would replace Diaz with a like-for-like winger or reinvest on another number 9, given Darwin Núñez is expected to depart. And that's the point around Alexander Isak. Like, people are saying, "Oh, we're not going to get another number 9 because we'd have signed Ekitike." Well, that's not what David Ornstein said today. Liverpool have also made an approach to sign Alexander Isak from Newcastle, with the Premier League champions indicating the willingness to do a deal in the region of £120 million. And Fabrizio Romano, Ben Jacobs have all said Liverpool might not sign another winger. Like, we might not sign a left winger. We might just go for another number 9. And that's why I also asked you the question. Like, Rodrigo, Gordon, Fofana, or Isak? Interesting. Very, very interesting. It's very interesting what Liverpool might do. What else did I want to show you? I want to show you this because it's cool. Thought I'd show you that because it's pretty cool. Right? It's a pretty cool image, isn't it? Let's be fair. That's a pretty cool image. So I thought I'd show you that. And I also wanted to show you this because this blew my mind. If Erling Haaland scored 40 goals every year for the next 15 consecutive years, he still won't catch Cristiano Ronaldo. That is mind-blowing. That is genuinely mind-blowing. Like, that should be a conspiracy theory. Even if Haaland got 40 goals for the next 15 years, he ain't going to catch Ronaldo. Mental numbers. Absolutely mental numbers. He's now on 938 goals. Cristiano Ronaldo. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Also wanted to show you this. That's potentially our team. We don't sign anyone else and sell the players that we're likely to sell. That's our team next season. Like, every single player is an international. Every single player is a top talent. Like, that is a frightening team. Like, you've got Dominic Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones, like Joe Gomez, like Connor Bradley, Andy Robertson, Mamadashvili, Wataru Endo. Like, you've got these guys on the bench. Like, on the bench. Like, it's some brilliant stuff. Some brilliant stuff. Russell dropped news, Ekatike Media today. Russell, who do you mean Russell? Where's that? Is it in the chat? Can you repost it? Can you repost it? Can you repost it, Russell? Can you repost it? Yeah. I know. I've already done the bit on Ekatike Medical, Jared. Where what's the name of the medical's booked for Tuesday? What's that? Same situation with Guehi. So why are we prepared to pay 40 million for him, and Real Madrid only offering 25 million for? Romano said Ekatike doing medical today. Oh, really? Okay. I mean, it makes no difference, really, does it? Let's be honest. He was at training. He was at the match yesterday, though, wasn't he? Ekatike. Let me have a look. Oh, he'll land in Liverpool today to undergo medical. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's 5 minutes ago. Oh, Bayern's new proposal. Okay, so Fabrizio Romano's been busy. Okay, so let me just share this because this is breaking. 2 seconds. This one here. Right, so Fabrizio Romano, Hugo Ekatike will land in Liverpool to undergo a medical. So that's great news. So that's not Tuesday now. So that's today. It depends when he lands, by the way. Like, if he lands like in the evening, then he's probably going to do the medical tomorrow. And this is also from Fab. Bayern new proposal for Luis Diaz expected soon. Apparently, the bid was put in yesterday at 10 o'clock in the morning. Apparently, decision up to Liverpool again as they surely bring in a new winger if Lucio and Chiesa leave. That was always the plan. Well, that's different to what Jacobs is saying. Jacobs is saying they might not do another winger. They might just do a number 9, which makes me think that Cody and Rio will be 5 and 6. And Isaac will be 1. So you've got 1, Isaac, then you've got 2, Salah, or 1, Salah, 2, Isaac, 3, Ekatike, and then you've got Cody and Rio. that kind of makes sense. So let me have another look at what other news there is. Is there news on Canate? Like, I see people kicking off about Canate. Oh, okay. This is on Anfield Watch. So what's this one? Richard Hughes set to respond to Ibrahima Canate contract demands. So let's have a look at this. Where are we? This could just be a regurgitating. Okay, discussions are still underway. Let me get rid of that. Okay, so according to L'Equipe, no one has made their mind up yet, and Liverpool still have hope to keep him. Yeah, I said this already yesterday. I said that Liverpool are still trying to keep hold of him, so he might not leave. Negotiations were paused but restarted in May, and June with counter offers from both sides. Richard Hughes is aware of Konate's demands and must now provide an answer. As such, it will now be a matter of working out whether the current wage bill structure can adhere to what the Frenchman expects to be paid, and if Liverpool share the valuation he has to himself. Now he's 26 years old. We're in a place where the club will be getting the best of career of his years. And as an experienced international, losing him for free is not going to be an option. Letting him go in the future would certainly be an option, but we're far from close to considering that. In terms of sheer numbers, losing Konate this summer would be incredibly damaging. Now that Gerald Quansah has been sold to Leverkusen, we already need to bring in a new centre-back in the team. Replacing the Frenchman would require 2 new centre-backs to be brought to the club. Had already signed a new left-back and a new right-back, which would almost definitely is too much to change. Yeah, I mean, it's just regurgitation, really, if you ask me on that one. Like, I feel like that's a case of... Yeah, I feel like that's a case of Konate might extend. We might be able to get a deal for him. I know, big up Jamie. I've just shared that, mate. Yeah, it's great news. Yeah, Zabani we can replace him, but Tottenham are also looking at Zabani now, Russell, and they're ready to offer 61 million, which is what Bournemouth wants. But I think PSG will probably get Zabani because they're only 5 million short. It does, AA. That does make a lot of sense. Like, if we do go for Isaac, then Ekitike could rotate with Cody and also Isaac. So you've got that rotation option. I just don't know. I don't know how it's all going to line up. Really don't. I don't know whether we're going to go for the Rodrigo, but Rodrigo can also play the 9, or whether we go for Isaac, like just guts and all, just go for Isaac, throw the money there, put the fries in the bag, and then Ekitike is a rotation option where he can play wide and he can play the 9. But then Cody's like 26 and you're going to get the best years out of Cody. I'm still a bit torn whether we actually need a left winger. Like, I genuinely am. I'm still sat there going, well, if Diaz goes, then you play Cody, and then you have what's her name as backup. You have Rio as backup. Like, Cody very rarely misses any games. Games he's going to miss are probably going to be cup games. Well, you can play him there, and if you want to, you could play Kirkes in the left wing position if you really wanted to. He's certainly capable of doing it, and then you got Robbo. But it's just a case of, are we going to go for Ekitike and Isaac? Because Ekitike is done. Like, that's a done deal now. Like, that's a done deal. There's no point even talking about him not being a Liverpool player. So it's just a case of, do we go 120 plus million on Isaac, and then Ekitike covers for him and also plays wide? That's the question. And is Ekitike willing to do that? But the thing is, Cody's done nothing wrong to be replaced by Rodrigo. That's what I'm trying to say. Cody's done nothing wrong to be replaced by Rodrigo. Cody got an assist yesterday as well, by the way. Just like Cody just does stuff. And that's the thing. Like, do you need to spend 80 million on a guy that's going to replace Cody when Cody should replace Diaz, and then you should have a backup for Cody? Well, you've got Rio, or you've got Ben Doak. Like, that's the question. Like, do we need to be spending so much money, like, on a guy that's going to replace a guy that can do similar to what he can do? Like, do you think Cody Gakpo's not going to score as many goals as Rodrigo or get as many assists as Rodrigo? Because I think they're going to be similar. Like, I don't think they're going to be a million miles off each other. I get the depth, but where's the depth going? Like, you're not going to be able, like, I don't think you're going to be able to keep Cody if you're going to bump him down the pecking order again, because he's wanted by Bayern Munich to start. So I think that's probably what's going to happen. I think they're going to go flat out for Isaac and have Ekitike as the rotation option because he can play both positions. I think they're going to flat out for Isaac. I don't think Rodrigo's going to be signed. Look, I was waxing lyrical about Rodrigo like not long ago, like I really was. But if I've got a choice between Isaac or Rodrigo, I'm taking Isaac all day long. Like, I just am. He's completely proven in the Premier League. He's a 20-plus goal a season striker straight off the bat in the Premier League. And that is just irreplaceable. You can't find numbers like that you're guaranteed. You're guaranteed a hit. Bang, 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 bang. With Isaac. Guaranteed it. Mate, it will be. 100%. It'll be so difficult to get Rodrigo out of Real Madrid. And players don't leave Real Madrid on their own accord that often. They just don't. And I don't think Real Madrid are gonna kick him out. Like, they just don't do that. That's not their shtick. 100%, Harrison. And I said this a while ago. If you give Cody the left wing and he's guaranteed it and he knows that he's going to be the first choice, I think he goes up levels as well. I think he gets more than Diaz did. I think he does. But Ekitike he looks like an incredible signing for the future. He really does. And Liverpool mean business. Anyway, I'm going to shoot now, okay? You all have a wonderful day. And I know you all want Rodrigo and Isaac and everyone else, but we're not made of money. There's got to be some kind of cut off. And I want Guehi. Like, I think Guehi would be sensational. So, and that still needs to happen. So there's still more to be done, but then there's still a lot of players to be sold still. Oh, we've got a super chat. Oh, okay, 2 seconds. Let me check. Where's the super chat? I missed it. Sorry, you missed the super chat. Oh, big up, Nicholas. I'm sorry, I missed this. I still think we sat. Wait, mate. We just talked about that. I think we go in for him as well. Appreciate it. Thanks for the super chat, Nicholas. Thank you for the super chat. All right, I'm going to transfer you to another channel. Let me just check who's live. Let me just check who's live. Actually, I am going to send you to my buddy's channel if I have permission. 2 seconds. Oh, he's live. Brilliant. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you to Quasi Bowl TV, and if you haven't checked him out, please like and subscribe to his channel. Like, please do me a favor and do that. Okay, he started his content creation around the same time as me, and it'd be amazing if we could get like another 20 subscribers today. So there's nearly 200 of you in here. Please check out his show. I really want you to. Okay, this is a favor from me to everyone here now. Please go and check out Quasi's show. It will divert you there now, and put in KMack Raid. And if you like his content, please like and subscribe, because he's a great content creator, just like all of us. Okay, we're all trying to get there. We're all trying to get to monetization. He is too. Big up Scottish. So put KMack Raid and go and check out his show. And I'm going there now to make sure that you all do all right. But I might go live later. I'm not sure yet, but I will see you all later. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye. Ekatike landing soon. 21 for 20.